Hello, hello. How's it going out there? In here, everywhere. There's a like a vlogger, YouTube content creator person that I've watched since COVID, who lives with her husband uh, and big family in Positano, Italy. And he speaks some English, and he always says, "Hello, everyone, everywhere." And I like that. I can totally relate to that. Hello, everyone, everywhere. So it's Tuesday, and today is now my day of bringing back items that didn't sell last week at a slightly reduced price. And because this is actually worked so well last week, and I hope that it continues to, I added in a whole bunch of new stuff. I actually have spent the last like 5 or 6 days in the afternoons, 2 or 3 hours at a time, unboxing probably 350 items. And every single one is a huge lot I bought that I'm so grateful for. Costume, there are a huge bag I put aside that needs to be tested. Some of them are sterling, some of them are gold chains, some of them are very high end. A lot of it, not a lot, but I'll be starting to bring Thursday, Friday. I have to test. There's a few pieces need repair, but every single piece was individually wrapped in plastic bags and sealed. So in order for me to really get a look at it and touch it and feel it and look at the thing for markings and what decade I thought it was from, and if it was low end, high end, needed repair, which hardly anything does, high end that I need to test. Yeah, about 6 days, 3 hours at a time with multiple bags of unwrapping bags to put back in other bags. Yeah. A lot of stuff will be buy it now because I've already shown it. Other things will have a starting bid. My name is Lucinda. It's right there on the screen. And yesterday was my birthday. And it was very quiet. I got a lot of calls from family and friends, a lot of Facebook messages. And at the end of the day, I went over or down to the largest small town in my valley where some of my best newer friends live, and had a very simple dinner and just a nice little chat. No cake, nothing like that. Just a nice time with some nice company, super casual. And that was great. I turned 65. So someone sent me a message saying that I had joined the pensioners club. So I'm officially in the pensioners club. I'm officially an elder. Wow. So I have hi Barb. Oh, good. Oh, Barb. Yay. I'm so glad that you are happy with everything. I really and that's the first package you've gotten from me. So the fact that you like what you purchased and feel good about it, that's what I want. Thank you for that. And so I don't do recaps. So if anyone's coming in late, you will Excellent, Barb. I'm so glad. I just saw you buy a huge bag on Jen's channel. Now, I was just watching because I was finishing up doing stuff. And it's one of those channels you have to subscribe and then you have to wait like forever until you can comment. And I don't like that. I understand it. I totally understand it. But there's something about it. So I sat and I watched and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And that was a score. That was a score on your part. So it is still rainy, occasionally thundery here. Hopefully my internet doesn't go out. And I'm going to do what I said. Like I said, today is mostly costume, but some of it, sorry, I'm hitting the table. That's probably really loud and annoying for y'all. Some of it is higher end costume. Some of it I've shown before. And a lot of it is just really simple, boom, boom, boom. So stick around. I don't do anything in any particular order. I grab, I hold up, I tell you, and I move on. If you bid on anything today, hi, Jenna. Yes, I'm doing okay. My back is murder, but you know, I have this outlet here. All my friends, including you, everyone. If you don't know Jenna, there is Jenna at Southern Siren Vintage. She has wonderful sales. She just did a jewelry drop. You could go check out. Check her out. I've known her, since COVID too, I think. Yeah, a long time. I hope you're well, honey. My dad used to say getting old isn't for sissies. So if you bid on something today and you win and you have not registered, please register in advance. Or if you all of a sudden decide, I just got to have that, there's my email, mscwalker@att.net. And I need your YouTube name, your real name with shipping address and zip code, and your PayPal email. I bill through PayPal. I do 2-week build-a-boxes because it's just jewelry, and you can put a lot of jewelry in one box. As soon as I run out of the boxes I already have, I will be ordering the small priority mail jewelry boxes that are really sturdy and have a set price. So it's going to make shipping super duper easy. Oh, isn't this fantastic? It's Balinese. Thank you, Jenna. I got it from El Unico, Edward. This thing, it's not Sajin, but wow. It is sterling silver. This is carved plastic. These are probably blue topaz. And based on the design, I think it's a little older. And I love it. I have a matching cuff. Yeah. I couldn't believe the price. I was just like, snatch. Okay. So I am, and Edward El Unico Thrifter is on Saturdays when Kat and Bree come on. And then on Sundays with Helen, the New England Thrifter, and Tamara Take Two. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to start out with a buy it now. I think these are beautiful. But it's always in the eye of the beholder, because I pretty much, other than like a giant lot like this, which I peeked and I saw what I was getting, not everything, but I curate for you all. And I try not to buy anything that I wouldn't wear in case I get stuck with it or can't gift out. So this is my first item. I'm sure these are modern, but perhaps not. Hold on, my computer does the thing of changing. There you go. Perhaps they might be a little older because This very much looks like cobalt blue glass, which they don't make anymore. The formula for cobalt blue, because of, I think it's because of computers, that there's an ingredient that we no longer have access to. That's what I think. So, and this is always, for me, backwards. They're lightweight, they're cobalt blue, and they're probably about an inch long. They do, there you go. You see how the light shines through, and they're gold tone with these little orange beads with a little bit of AB coating. $3. Oh, Jenna, thank you. You know, we should do a sale together someday. I am actually, Jenna, and these are going to go down to come back next week. I'm actually, I need a box. In the process of working with one of my old three amigos from when I first started selling on YouTube, to create a once a month at first, and then maybe we'll get to twice a month. It will always be her and I, and the other, and then one other guest. So when we get there, probably not till next month, I'll let you know. So if you change your mind and you totally, if you change your mind, or if you come in late and you go back through and you see something you're interested in, give me a holler. Give me a holler. Okay. See, here we go. I got these things in these bags. I cannot believe this lot I got, and this gentleman, bless his heart, put every single thing wrapped in a bag, in a bag, in a bag. I just like, okay. I'm starting out with some really hi Denise, how are you? So these are being added in. Oh, boom. These are modern. Now, by modern, somewhere in the 2000s. Okay, that to me is modern, and it could be last year, it could be 15 years ago. I am not sure. They are very light. These are hollow. And I will, as always, I don't put my earrings on cards because it makes it harder to show in general. I really like the brushed silver tone. And then they have a little, faux solder ball right there. And it's faux, right? And a faux rondelle look right there. But they're very nice, really practical. They'd be great for a teen or for someone with older ears. They're about a 1-inch drop, and I can afford to sell them for $1, which is pretty good. I can't always do that. Not at all. Oh, boxes down here. Not spending a lot of time on any one thing in particular. So let me do something that's a little higher end. This is going to be a starting bid. The So this is totally different. And I was hesitating because what I remember a lot about it, but I don't remember, even though I just got it, I didn't remember if it was actually gold anywhere or if there was a maker. So I do not see a maker, and I think it's just gold tone, but I think it's beautiful. Now the problem with this, because it's essentially a tassel rope necklace, it's hard to display. So let's try on the bust, and the links look like gold electroplated, but there's nowhere on there that says anything about it. Let's give my computer a minute to adjust. These are hold on. Amber with a touch of purple with silver foil inside. Gold tone caps. The chain is really nice. Those are all linked together. There's a jump ring after the rod, but then these are solid. And then they have these glass carved beads, the silver tone spacers, and it goes on and on. And then you see here, see, I was thinking this might be a Monet. It kind of has a Monet style, but if it was, I've never seen a Monet tassel before, and it has no kind of hang tag. So let's do the drag. This is the back. See how nicely the chain is constructed? You go down like this, and then here's the loop that you just keep pulling depending on how long you want it. This is the end tassel with the same type of loops and the glass cut brown beads. Yep, brownish, slightly purple, and it's very, very long. So there's no clasp. This was not shown last week, although I had it sitting on a necklace bust to show Friday, but it didn't happen. So here you go. You could take this. Oh, I got a hair. You could take this all the way down to the bottom if you don't want a tassel or like a lariat style necklace. And it hangs with this that is about 27 inches. The other way you can put this is, and this is very in style now. Let's come back, where it just sits on top of one of the larger round glass beads. Trying to get that with my other necklace, which I may have to take off, so that it comes down. That's in the middle, and then it comes down like this. So now the dangle is right above my belly button. So it just depends on how you want to wear it. And I suppose there might even be a way that you could double it. I'm not sure. But this is a higher end costume jewelry, probably from the 80s. Yep, you can't beat a good tassel. Women have been wearing tassels for ages, and it just comes apart like that. I would say altogether it's at least 30 inches upper length. Okay. I will do this one time. And then I'm going to move on right away because you've already seen it. I dropped it to a starting bid of 29. If you're interested, let me know. It's really nice in the sun. I don't know if it's picking up on the computer as well as it should be. But I will say this, it's definitely not modern enough to be like the toxic modern Chinese stuff. Okay, this will not come back next week at a reduced price, so I have to keep it separate over there. All right. How about something entirely different? How about a brooch? How about a brooch? And you can always put in my chat something that you're wondering if I have and you're interested in, and I'll let you know if I have it now or if I have it around and can bring it next time. If it's something I know right where it is, I can grab it, but I have to tell you, I have an awful lot of stuff, so that's not necessarily going to happen. I didn't show this last week, so this is going to be a starting bid. It is extremely well constructed, and I've got to tell you, I am. Oh, okay. Absolutely. I will. Absolutely. I have been watching the larger jewelry channels selling items like this. I cannot believe they would start something like this at double, if not more. And I'm watching like the, enameled flower brooches and stuff. The prices, I'm just like, wow. Am I ever going to be so big that I could start them at that? And would I? I don't know. Am I missing something? Like, see how long this is? I think this is mid 50s, maybe early. And I said AB, but now I'm looking at this. And I'm going to correct myself. It is not AB coated. So actually, that means that it is clear rhinestones. So that's my mistake. And it's to your benefit at 16 start. Because, yeah, it's probably older than, it's definitely early 50s. It has no AB coating. It's just clear, incredible rhinestones, double stacked in a circle. Really great construction. I like AB rhinestones and that pop of color, but I love just pure blown glass. And this is, I kind of almost like it better. This is 1 1/4 inches in diameter. So, boom. Yeah, Barb, this is a nice piece, Barb. Thank you, Barb. Barb is in at 16. So I would need 17 or more. It stands up a little high because of the rounded in the back. One of the ways you can tell quality is by how well the metal work is done. And this one is done really, the construction really, really well. Okay, I'm going to do fair warning. And I've talked about it long enough, so you'd have to come in right now. The 17 or higher. Or it's sold to Barb. Thank you, Barb. This is a good one. Thank you. I appreciate you. Are you doing well today, Barb? Or as good as can be expected, or whatever in the world that means. Yeah, see? Thank you, Jenna. I knew it. I'm like, I was like, it's not AB coded. Oh, no, I'm so sorry, honey. Let me find your bag, Barb. Barb, which is your bag? Everyone has Barb T. Is this you? Yes. Yeah, that really was a great pickup. That was on me. I was like, oh, you are lucky, honey. I'm really glad that you did not. I with my upper body stuff and then my severe arthritis where sometimes I just have to shuffle because my back hurts so bad and I climb up the stairs to go to bed at night. I'm alone a lot. I always think, oh my God, please, 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 please. I'm really happy that you're just sore. I'm really happy. It's scary. Okay, this did not sell last week. So this is a buy it now. I was going to test it. I'm not going to. Yeah. Getting old isn't for sissies. We get fragile. We get fragile. Yep. No, we don't. No, we don't. And so I have all this property, that I live on and I walk around. And one thing I've learned, and I do it everywhere I go now, I never put my hands in my pockets. Very consciously, because I used to always do that. I keep them out thinking, if you're going to fall, you have your hands. Oh, well, see, Barb, bless your heart. Then. Scary. Our bones. So here's the toggle clasp. And I was going to test the clasp to see if it might be silver or silver coated. And the caps, because this is very old, nice construction. But I didn't. And I'm okay with that. It just fits together like this. It's a sweet little choker. Again, these are glass cubes with the silver foil. So older, what do I mean? It's not the newer Chinese beads. So this is maybe 80s, early 90s. The seed beads are older than that. So I think someone made this, I don't know how long ago, with older seed beads and these relatively newer blown glass cubes. but newer as in still about 30 years old. And it's just, and we did talk about this when I showed it, you know, maybe wearing this in the front. Howsoever, then all the glass beads wind up in the back. So, you know, that doesn't really work. But it's just a sweet little choker with 6 of these glass beads and these much older clear seed beads. Oh no. Jeanette, don't do that again. Yeah. As long as we don't hit our head or, you know, break a hip. So it's just really sweet. I mean, I'm not going to wear it because my neck is too fat. It's 14 inches. Again, it would be a really nice gift for a child. Not a child. Good Lord. Teenager. I think this is something they would wear on a regular basis, and they could layer it. They could even, well, I don't know if I'd leave this on. That's metal, but this, I'm pretty sure the seed bead part is thread. So I wouldn't want to leave it on overnight. Okay. So this will come back around some other time as well. Thank you for looking. Thank you for being here. Hi, Kat. How's it going? How are you, darling? If nobody here that is here knows Kat, you should. She's another reseller. She's fabulous. She also sells jewelry and other items. And golly, Kat, I'm okay. Yesterday was my birthday, Kat. Yesterday was my birthday. I am now officially a pensioner. I can collect Social Security. Oh, I'm going to do this before I did not bring this last time. I haven't brought this in a while. If I can spell. Yeah, 420. I didn't know that forever. And now that I know it, there's no unknowing it. There's no unknowing it. Oh, my goodness. It is an Oneida Limited. That's what it says inside. And FRS A1 is probably the pattern. It doesn't say anything about 925. It's likely either silver plated or platinum. Totally, Kat. Yeah. So I'm dropping things. That's not a good sign. See, I'm old now. Oh my God. Thank you for the birthday wishes. You can see the indents on here in the pattern. This was mine. Golly. for 25 years. I wore it on my thumb. It's never tarnished. I could test it for 925 or platinum, but it's one or the other. Whatever Oneida usually is. So what they did, just in case someone doesn't know, is they so I used to watch artists make these on the streets of Telegraph Avenue. And in fact, that might have been how I wound up with this one. I'm not sure. They would have, grandma's silverware laid out on their table, and then they'd have jeweler's tools, and you'd pick out the spoon or the fork that you would want. They would measure the size of the finger that you wanted it for and tell you to come back in, 25 minutes and make it right there on the spot. It was really fun. So the size on this, they don't do that anymore because, they got rid of all the street vendors, because that's not cool. They want big box stores and, by the university. And, there was some problems with some people, but the street vendors were not the problem. And that was kind of the beginning of the end of a lot of the culture and the reason why Berkeley was different. And now it's just like any other place in, any other city in this country. Big box stores and a bunch of whatever, condominiums. So this is about a 9 1/4 to a 9 1/2. It's one of those ones that because it's handmade and it's going to fall different depending on where, see, like that's a little lower, right? The bottom goes down to 10. So, okay, bye, Jenna. Okay, and I will keep you in mind. So I used to wear this on my thumb, and it's thick. It's wide. The largest part is 3/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch, and the smallest is 1/4, the way that they round it. Yep. Yes. I haven't shown it in a while, but it's one of the OGs, so I thought, what the heck, I'll bring it back. Okay. So as long as I did that ring, let me do another ring. Kat, are you doing better now? Well, if your thumb is as big as mine, or, I got these newer ones, right? These are the same thing, but you can see how they're all shiny and they just don't have the wear. So that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, but it's just different to me. I like both. Starting bid of oh, okay, Kat. I'll be thinking good thoughts. My insurance, because I turned 65, is all changing around, so I cannot go in and have anything done. The nerves ablation, in my back until sometime in May, and they start off with one thing and then try another thing and yada yada, I really like this, and quite honestly, I don't remember what I paid for this, but it's Tuesday. I'm in a good mood. Yesterday was my big 6.5. So I don't think I'm making a whole lot on this. I know it's turquoise, and I'm looking for the 925 marking. And I'm not finding a 925 marking, but I'm sure it was sold to me as 925, but oh crap, Kat. Well, don't you do it twice? Oh no. Wait a minute. Do y'all want me to test this? Is anyone interested enough in this for me to test to make sure that it's sterling silver? If anyone is and thinking about coming in, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to set it aside with my giant things of stuff to be tested. It is a size. I'm going to go with 6.5. Oh, Kat, you are. Okay, here. So Kat, were you going to have an ablation? You know, have your nerves burned? That's what they want to do to me. Like from 5 down to like T2 or some crap. And my understanding is that they have to do the nerve block, and it has to work twice for 2 days. And then knowing that that actually makes a difference and they're in the right spot, then they do the other thing. Ugh. Oh gosh. Kat, I'm sorry. Platinum 1810. Where's my silver? I'm getting there. I'm sorry, y'all. No, here we go. There we go. I knew I had this stuff, and I'm like, how come I can't find it? It's right here. What's going on? Sorry. I got it. Yeah. So I have a really good cutting edge back specialist, but yeah, I have to go in, get the nerve block. I think go back in like a day and a half later, 2 days later, then do it again in like a week and a half, go back in, then set up the thing for the rest of it. And I probably need them in my neck. We just haven't got to my neck yet. But, and I'm pretty sure all of mine is happening, and then we'll move on from this topic of conversation. Mine is happening because of my rear end accident. My body went for, a huge long block. So my neck and my back, and age doesn't help, but that was the first thing I thought of when I came to from the accident was, oh my God, they just completely screwed up my back and neck. So okay, so here's what I want to say about this ring, Kat, and I'm going to drop the price. I think it's plated silver. It's not pure silver. Okay. So it's plated sterling. Hi, Becky. No, Kat. Yeah, see? And I already had fibromyalgia in my neck. I was going to the doctor. I was going to the doctor for my fibromyalgia in my upper body, and then that happened. So there you go. So I just dropped the price to 20, Kat. And I think that's what I paid for it. So I am going to say fair warning. We've talked about this for a long time. I'm sorry that anyone else would have to come in at 21 or more ASAP, because I've spent a lot of time on it. Kat, I'm so sorry. I can't. I don't want to do it at all. Thank you, Kat. I don't want to do it at all. It freaks me out. And I know I know that it also doesn't last. So, you have to go in and then we'll be done, people, I promise. We have to go in and have this work done. And then, it might be 9 months. It might be a year and a half. And then you have to do it over and over. And it's not like there's no permanent fix. So, oh, good, Kat. Good, honey. And if there's anything, yeah. See, mine was 2013, Kat. And I know that's what it was. I know that's what it was. Okay, so I'm going to put this up. Thank you again, Kat. Of course. Okay, this is a buy it now. This is a gold tone necklace. Really cool. Right? Me too, Kat. We need to have better things in common. Love of jewelry. Taking care of aging parents, the whole thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. So this is likely from, I'm thinking the 80s, because the 80s brought in the big, bold gold chains, right? So I'm thinking that's when this is from. This would have been the hang tag. Let's let my computer catch up. That would have been the hang tag. And it's just gold tone, but I love the chain. 3 loops. They're all look like multiple loops. It's just trippy. Very lightweight. And then I stuck this on the bottom of it. That is not a missing stone, and it's not a dead stone. It's just the way the light is refracting on it. So it's an enameled gold tone, clear inset rhinestone brooch. And now the brooch is more modern, and I just put it on there to make it more fun. But it really is 2 pieces in one. And you don't have to keep it like that. It is, see that? Look at that. I think this is really cool. And it's so shiny gold that I think someone would believe that it was real gold. I said that last time. And that is just, now it doesn't want to cooperate correctly. It did whenever that was. This is just on there, but it's a brooch. You can put any brooch. You can take the brooch right off and have 2 pieces in one. I think the brooch is sometime in the 90s, 2000s. It's about 1.5 inches. And the chain is about, like I said, 16. And then you could put a different brooch. You could put a pendant with a jump ring. You could put absolutely nothing at all. And this would work for a teen guy. Yep. So there you go. There you go. Think about it. I don't do recaps. If anyone is interested, let me know later. Oh, how about I did not bring, I do too, the 80s rapper style hip hop started out really fun, and then it just got stupid silly. Case in point, gentleman wearing giant clock. That I just could never figure it out. I was just like, what? I know it's a joke, but what? And he was pretty crass and remained pretty crass. Funny sometimes, but the stuff that came out later in terms of how he behaved, yeah, Flava Flav. I mean, I don't hate on Flava Flav, but it came out later that, you know, he wasn't necessarily so good to women. So these are Dreamcatcher earrings. I am going to tell you, I'm going to take them off of here in a second. Here's the little feathers. Hi, Melly. Melly, how are you? Are you feeling better, Melly? You made me worried because by hook or crook, man, you come on to sales. You don't mess around. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, when you canceled your sale, I was like, no. So Melly, oh, so you have a little something that's going around. I'm so sorry, darling. Okay, so let me do this and come back to my earrings. Sold two. Is there anything I can do, Melly? $15, obviously. Sorry. Just send good vibrations. Melly. You do. You have a bag. Thank you, Melly. So are you just eating like soup? Juice? Okay, so let me take this off. I did not test these, but they're very, very lightweight. I do not believe in any way that, sorry, this got, there you go, moved the wrong way. They're too lightweight. I do not think it's gold, wire, or sterling silver. I could be completely wrong. You see how the feathers almost look like vermeil? at the bottom. And then just this silver balls. This is plastic. Here's the back. They're really lightweight. This plastic bead moves, supposed to look like turquoise. These are probably from Trading Post. So, and see on the top, the light catch up to me. On one of these leaves here at the top, I can see the other metal color coming out. God bless it. It's not behaving. Underneath. So I think these were probably bought at a Trading Post, but they're more for the tourist trade. Yeah. Nope, that's right, Melly. And they're very nice. They're very lightweight. They are about 2 inches long. I think they're really sweet. But, and I did not test them just because I didn't test them because I don't feel that I need to. But there you go. Okay. These will go down here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so no one stepped up and told me who bought these, who won these, where they came from. I mean, well, I know where they came from. Like someone bought them, but I don't know who. So it's been over a week. No one said anything. So there you go. Okay, there's 2 of them. These are the newer ones that are coming out of, I forget the country in Africa. These are not the old ones that my grandmother and her friends sat around and made in the 60s. I used to have a bunch of those, but yeah, life happened and I don't have them anymore. I wish I did. And my grandma also made paper clip with wallpaper necklaces. Yeah, that was a thing. Anyone remember that? So there's 2 of these. Oh no. There's 2 of them. They're on wire and they want to be connected to each other right now. Of course, in this moment. Stop. Why? Here we go. Okay. So it's for both of them. Now, layering is in. These would be really fun for the summer. That's all paper. I don't think any of it is duct tape, but you see, I said that because it has a clear coat, and all of a sudden it kind of felt like that. In between is seed beads. And they're actually really, really fun. They're all different. You take a scrap of paper and roll it around and around and around and around with glue and then clear coat it. And they are beyond, this is one. They are beyond long, okay? So, one is that long. So I'm going to go with 40 inches. I'm going to go with 40 inches, which is way beyond opera length. So these would be so much fun. I'm going to do this in the summer. So you could do like this. Forget that this is on, right? Kind of hard to, but try. So then the other one is more just greens and blues. But this one is more like the reds and oranges. See, even the seed beads lean. So you've got your reds and oranges. This is greens and blues. That's why I usually put my hair up in a bun. So this, I would do something like that. And then I would maybe even tie this around in like a loop. I'm dead serious here. Now, how am I going to get all that off? I don't know. But look, it's $4 and you can do a million different things with it, with like a summer skirt on and a boho pair of earrings or tribal earrings. Boom, you're done. You're good. Totally lightweight. I just gave you a fashion tip. Super easy. Super easy, super fun. $4. You know how much time it took someone to make these beads? Good Lord, bless their heart. I'm sure they sell for about, I don't know, $15 or $20 a piece at the flea market. So there you go. So does nobody remember? And these are going to go back hidden away in my stuff for a while. Nope, no, they're not. No, they're not. Barb, you are sneak attacking me. So did me layering them convince you? I mean, honestly, I just did like a real quick little whatever. But I really think it's fun to just take those and imagine, and you could put them and knot them all the way down in small knots. I mean, there's just so much you can do. So these need a big bag. And even in a big bag, there's so much of it. Does anyone remember, or was it only my grandmother who made not only these with her lady friends, but the paper clip with wallpaper wrapped around it? You know, you'd hook the paper clips together and then different colors, you know, in a pattern of, not wallpaper, shelf paper wrapped around paper clips as necklaces. I'm telling you, these were hobbies that ladies did. Perfect. So I guess I was the only one with a grandma who did that. Yeah, I would love to see them too, but it's a long, bad story. Let's essentially say, to keep it as easy as possible, they were stolen, along with everything I own and a lot of family stuff. Yeah, stolen. Yep. So I don't have it. I had this beautiful gold on a gold chain with gold beads like choker, probably from the turn of the century. It could have easily been my like great grandmother's or something. Stolen. Yeah, life sucks. Buy it now. This did not sell last week. No, but I bet you could Google it. Paper clip necklaces. I'm serious. This is fabulous. It's super thick. It can absolutely be a woman's. It could also be a gentleman's because it's so wide. Copper. And this is an earlier copper. It doesn't say genuine copper anywhere, any of that. Or it's an artisan piece from the 70s. And I'm not quite sure which is true. Needs a little bit of ketchup, baking soda, however it is that you polish copper. And it's a buy it now for $16, and it is 2 inches wide. 2 inches wide. And if I remember correctly, yeah. So I have all this stuff on, but it does fit me. And I'm a 7.25, but it's barely open. And how much is that open? Hold on. Yeah, 1.25 inches in the back. So if you want bigger than a 7.25, you could open this up more to make it about a 7.5, working the metal nice and gently. Or you could close it if your wrist is a little smaller. You could close it once it's on you down to maybe a 7. But, you don't want to constantly bend something like this, even though this is actually really thick. So I don't think you're going to do a lot of damage very easily on this piece. And if no one is interested, that's okay. I've had this since 2001, and it will go back in my box. How is everyone? Is everyone doing okay out there? Hanging on? Are you hanging on? I don't remember if I actually showed this or not. I meant to. I know that much. So anything I had put in this basket that I meant to show last week and maybe didn't get to because I blab a lot. Ooh. And I think I probably just made a mistake with this. See how far the pin back comes out? And I remember I was going to look this up. See the fleur-de-lis? I was wondering if this was like a Coco Chanel or some kind of designer brooch. And I was going to look it up, and I've been dealing with so much new inventory, I completely forgot to do so. It's a large one. It is a large one, and it doesn't have any markings of, gold or any of that. 2 inches across. Yeah, I am now, I'm actually happy if nobody buys it because now I want to find out. Let's find out. Let's find out what's going on. Let's see if it is anyone. I have no idea. because I'm literally hours and hours of unpacking new. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. We're good that it didn't sell. We're good. I will set it aside and bring it back at a higher price later. Oh my lord. Okay. I'm gonna do some fun and funky new costume jewelry necklaces out of this whole crazy bag thing that I've been working on for all week. Seems like last week. In between selling, definitely all weekend. And even yesterday on my birthday. Like, this is what I was focused on. There's so much of it. It was a really good investment. So I'm happy with that. This is a very, very sweet little piece. One person, everyone just left me. There was like 14 people in here, and I came back, and there's one person. Did I blip out? What happened? That was crazy. So those are enamel daisies on this really nice, I think that's the Belcher chain. They wanted that brooch. Who wanted that brooch? Barb. Oh, you mean everyone left because I wouldn't sell the brooch? It was up there for $3. I mean, I didn't say they couldn't buy it. I just said, oh, I'm glad that no one did. And literally, are you the only person in here, Barb? What happened? Barb, did I spin? Barb, are you in here? Who's in here? What happened? I'm going to have to check on Facebook and see if I'm even still existing. Okay, how bizarre. So this is probably 1970s. It is not sterling silver. It is not, it is a choker. Hi, Laura. Nice to meet you. How are you? Welcome in. Here's the back. The construction, I want to look at the construction. Like I said, 370 pieces or something, unwrapping every plastic bag from within a plastic bag that was in a giant plastic bag. I have just been like out of my mind, basically trying to understand. So I think this is, daisies were popular in the 70s, but this could be as early as the 60s with the construction. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Friday. And Tuesdays is my sell everything that didn't sell from the week before and add-ins if everything mostly sold, which last week everything I bought mostly sold. So I'm adding in a lot of items. I'm glad you peeked in. And this is like a 12-inch. This is, so you know what I'm thinking? This was for a teen girl. And I still honestly think it's as old as the 70s. But it's also, because it's so small, now making me think about like Claire's, like the very early Claire's in the 1990s. So who knows? $8. I don't know. And these, because I've never shown these items until today, they're not, I'm not sure. I'll put them in my box down here to be determined what to do about it. To be determined. This is a cool thing. Again, these plastic bags. I have so much of this inventory though, because I could not take it out of the plastic bags. It all has to go in individual boxes. Oh Lord, this plastic noise is very annoying. I'm so sorry. I have to. So I got it to the point where it's sorted, however. But now, oh, this is beautiful. Wow. Now I have to sort it into individual boxes in the bags. Whole nother process. It is a pendant. Wow. How's your day going, Laura? Again, I have one person, then I have 4. Something really weird is going on YouTube, or there's like a lot of people on and people are like going back and forth nonstop. I don't know, but it's really weird. So here's the pendant. It's not on a chain. I could put it on a chain with a jump ring. It's really weird, Cat. It's just jumping all around. I mean, things jump, but this is really jumping. So I believe that this is, I'll put a piece of paper behind it. This is wire wrapped. I think this is agate. And then this is a glass. Super multifaceted, clear. Is it clear? It's hard because it's next to the other stone. I think it's clear, but it's picking up on the yellows. Vintage bead. And then this is purple. And it's a light purple stone. I don't know what stone this is. It's opalescent. It's like a mauve purple. The light shines through and makes that opalescent. So Laura, I sell both. I brought a couple. I brought a. Did I bring sterling so far today? I haven't brought sterling so far today. I will tell you that I bring less sterling and less precious, semi-precious objects than I do costume. Tuesdays is my what didn't sell last week and generally lower end. Thursdays is I bring a mixture of both items, like I have, like this Mediterranean amber, marcasite, sterling silver, turtle. I have this vermeil topaz ring. I have a lot of stuff like that, but I generally bring that Thursdays and Fridays, if that helps, and necklaces. So this is incredible, and I could put it on some type of pendant. I mean necklace. If one is interested, I need a piece of paper. I need a piece of, how about a paper towel? You're welcome, Laura. I mean, old costume. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to bring, sorry, is I have a bunch of micro mosaic brooches, but this will be parsed out over a long period of time. D&E, Juliana, glass clip-on earrings. But if you are looking for old Native American sterling silver, gold, high-end cuffs, etc., I'm not your gal. I have some of that, but I will always, costume will always be my first love. So I try to bring stuff for everyone. So do you see the lines of the jasper now in here? Or the agate, I'm sorry. And this might be gold wire. I didn't test it, that it's wrapped with. There you go. See that? Now you can see it. My fingerprints are on it. And again, I apologize. I don't know what this stone is. It's right on the tip of my tongue because I've seen it recently. This purple mauve opalescent stone. Yeah. And it is 3 inches long, and the jasper or agate, I keep saying that because the other one is, sorry, is a little over 1 inch at its widest. And it, like I said, it very well might be gold wire. And you could put it on a pendant. Okay. Thank you, Laura. Have a good evening. You could also put it on a keychain. You could put it on string, put it on your window, whatever. It came in that batch, and I think it's really cool. And so I brought it. Okay, let's see. Remember, everyone, you can always ask, like Laura just did, do you have this? Do you have that? What's going on? And if you come in late, you can always go to your settings and fast forward your speed and see what you missed. And I am going to have to stop in a second and fill my dog's drinking bowl up because he just drank all the water. So he's so weird. He will, God, look at my computer. Come on. He will go for 12 hours without drinking water at all. Don't ask me why. And then all of a sudden, for no reason that I can understand, he'll drink an entire, quarter of a gallon at once. So these are slightly older blown beads. They are an yellowy amber that is gold frosted on the white with the black. It's encased. The top is just a silver finding, kind of like a seashell. Reminds me of a sea urchin or the sun, but see how it has the lines like the purple sea urchins? Yeah. Yeah, that was nice that Laura asked, because I am doing more and more sterling silver, some gold, and semi-precious stones, but it's still not my first love. So these are about probably 1.5 inches. Gigi! No, what's wrong, Gigi? It won't let you pay. What? Gigi. That sounds crazy. What? Yes, Gigi, don't worry about it. They're 1.5 inches long. It won't let you pay just because I said, what? Yeah, I'll fix it, Gigi. So anyway, these are a little heavy, but they're really pretty. Buy it now, $7. It won't let you pay because I said due on receipt. Boy, I get due on receipts all the time. And some of the people I buy from, they're not kidding around. Hold on, I have to fill my dog water. I'm sorry. I apologize. Give me a second. And they'll accept the payment as soon as I make it, because some of these people are like, if you don't pay, like within 24 hours, you can never buy from me again. So some people make me really nervous with that, because I say, so just, I'm over here talking. I know, y'all. I'm coming back. I say due on receipt, knowing that some of my friends, are not going to be able to pay for 3 or 4 days. And they don't, sometimes occasionally it takes someone a week. So I don't know what that's about, Gigi, but I'll make a note right now. Fix Gigi's invoice. How are you, Gigi? I hope you're doing well. There you go. Okay. How about, listen, I have, this didn't sell last week. I don't know why, but let's do Denise Brown. You haven't, but Denise, didn't you just buy? Okay. No, you haven't received an invoice, Denise, because so for just 1 week, I invoiced right out after 1 week. But my history as a reseller has been to do 2 weeks at a time, build a box. So I am now in week 2, and then I'll be invoicing out. So I have not billed you. If you ever purchase from me and you want your items right away, because it's a birthday gift, it's whatever, you don't think you're coming back, just send me an email and say, Lucinda, please go ahead and bill me out and ship those items out. My post office is only open Monday through Friday, but as long as you pay, and I can, I'll get it out as fast as possible. Okay. So if you want an invoice for those items now, let me know. Okay. Okay. I do that to try to save me time and try to save you time on shipping. So I am lowering this price. Green and orange. And I'm sorry if I didn't say that, or you didn't hear that before. My apologies, Denise. I think it's in the description of my channel, but you know what? It might not be. I should look. So this is really, really pretty, and I was quite surprised. Wasn't asking a lot more than this for it. I love this. Now, of course, the light is too much. It is orange, whites, and greens on this really nice chain. And they do the color changing, their glass. Almost like little marbles. With these little gold spacers. It's very well constructed. The light's kind of blowing it out, and it's very long. I have it doubled on here. And I have a large, I said this last week, I'll say it again. I have a large green and purple copper wire wrapped bracelet with these type of beads. The beads are like 4 times the size of this. And it's copper instead of gold tone, wire wrapped. It's really cool. This is just so pretty. And it is, you're welcome, Gigi. It too is very long. It is going to be about 28 inches long. I would put it on, there's no clasp, so I would put it on over my head and then maybe pull the top part up to here and let the rest flow down to the middle here, or make it double right about at the 20-inch mark here, 18-inch mark. It's very lightweight. You could even try to wrap this and wear it as a bracelet. I just think it's really fun. I think it's really fun. I love how it's like marbles and almost an optical illusion. I do not know the name of this glass, so I just call it cat's eye. Okay, and this one's not quite ready to go into a what I do if I bring something numerous times and it doesn't sell, or if in a lot I get a lot of stuff. That's when I buy a lot, which means a whole bunch of items, and there's really modern stuff in there. I do big bags of jewelry, but that one hasn't been shown enough to do that yet. Okay, these are going to be, I think, an outstanding deal. Let's see if anyone actually at this price wants them. I don't know. And I always spell this wrong, so don't. I always spell it wrong. Always. I have to tell you, this is such a good deal. $4. I mean, who knew that these vintage earrings would be $4? Oh, no, Gigi, I know that, honey. I just figure you're not feeling well. I'm not worried about you at all, honey. Mm-mm. I've known you for a long time. I love you. You're my friend. I am not worried. That is damascene, and it's not spelled right. These are from Spain. Look at how beautiful. They're post earrings. They just have this plastic back, so you would need your own backs. Big deal. These are so beautiful. It's almost like damascene reminds me of rose gold with all the different yellows, pinks on top of the black. These are just gorgeous. $4. These were probably $30 or $40 new in Spain. I mean, I don't understand why nobody wants these. I don't get it. You know, my daughter would probably love these. So they are $4 currently. Okay. These at the end of this sale are no longer for sale. If someone doesn't claim them, they are not for sale. They are going to go to my daughter. Yep. She's got many holes in her ears. So there you go. There you go. I am going to I'm going to bring 2 in a row micro mosaic brooches. See what happens. Let's see what happens. This keeps moving around. Actually, let's just do a choice. Choice. Starting bid. And I got a bunch. I don't know how many that is. In. But they are all definitely within the last 15 or 20 years tourist trade. So they will not be as much as these are. Starting bid $35. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with them. It just means it's different. Gigi, no problem, honey. I totally trust you. So there's 2. Of the 2, I think the little one is older, but the large one is not far behind. I think the larger one is right at the beginning of the tourist trade. This one, I always call them rods, but they're the tesserine rods. Itsy bitsy. All of it is itsy bitsy. Even the flowers, and then these might be like a hyacinth flower. There you go. Hyacinth flower, or maybe they're meant to be a leaf, and then there's even the teeny tiny little rods right there. It's got the drop solder balls on the edge there. This one, they tried to impress Italy on here, but it didn't really work very well. It's got the rollover clasp. Definitely older, and it's small. Look how tiny the pieces of glass are. This is not the tourist trade. So this is likely the 30s or 40s. This is tiny, tiny, and fantastic. It is So starting bid of $35, your choice. This one is an inch in diameter, the small one. Now, the large one is 2 inches. This is right at the beginning of the tourist trade. Well, beginning within like 5 years, 6 years. And 35, I shudder at that price. It's a leaf. It is built up. So that's a unique to this piece. And then you still have the teeny tiny tessera on the outside, the glass rods, all those beautiful flowers. 2 inches, and then the back is, whoa, that says Italy, and it is a rollover clasp. However, I've talked about this one before. I'm trying to get to show you this. I think it's original, but you see how old that is? How it's still very crude. And then the rollover, if it was repaired to not be a fold over so they wouldn't lose it, someone did a really good job. So there you go. Choice. These will not come back at that price. But they did today. And the other ones that I will bring at some point, a little bit less than this. Let's see. Where is, I just saw that. Here you go. This did not sell last week. Let's try this. And how long do I have? 35 minutes. So if anyone is came in late and wants to see what I brought and offered, and drop it in the chat, let me know. Buy it now. Gigi. Good. You are, Gigi, you are healing weekly. You promise? I tested this and I have 2 of them. I decided to keep one. It is sterling silver plate over I don't know what. The chain is likely the same. It's very lightweight. The heart is a little heavy. It's solid. And it is on a keychain. So you can see right there where the metal is coming through. I think these were sold by a designer. I just can't, in like the 90s, I just can't for the life of me remember who that was. They are about 2.5 inches long. And this is a buy it now for $15. Graduation. Graduation's coming. Okay. I am just striking out. Who else is on? Who else is on? I can't really afford to go lower than that on that piece. Let's see. Is there anything in particular someone is looking for? I don't know. All right, now I'm pawing through things because I'm like, well, I don't know what they want. So what should I do? This is a higher end piece. Um, um, see, so the lady who is here asking, I do sell this stuff, just not as much as everything else. So if you really don't like costume, you don't want to sit here and wait. Or you do because you get really good deals. I'm a lot cheaper than a lot of other channels. What, cheaper? Mm-mm. Less expensive. So that says gold filled 120, yada, yada, yada. This is an early Chinese export. This was a family piece. Has a safety clasp. This is not dyed agate. A lot of these are dyed agate. It also has the same on the clasp. Right there. This is not later dyed agate pieces at all. This was in my mother's family. That is a scarab. That is carnelian. That is lapis. (1950s) tiger's eye. I'm assuming jade. And onyx or obsidian. And on the back of each one, they have this carved into them. I don't know what that means. It's not Roman numerals. And see, each one is different. It is like a signature or the type of stone, or I don't know. And this is, let's see, it goes, when it's open like that, it goes down onto my wrist. But would it close? No. No, it would not. So therefore, I am going to say this is a size 6.75. (6.75). It is gold filled. It is not dyed agate. This was a piece my mother inherited from her father. I don't need to keep it. So one last look. That's the carnelian, the lapis, the tiger's eye. See, this is a very 1950s construction. The jade and the onyx or obsidian. And there is the hang tag, gold filled, which it also says on the clasp. Okay, well, I won't go down on this piece. So there you go. Maybe I'm supposed to keep it, but it doesn't fit. Oh, Barb. Yeah, if you look up the ones that are not dyed agate, they cost a little bit. So Barb is in at $39. Barb is my new sneak attack friend. Fair warning, I've been talking about it a long time. You would have to come in at 40 or higher, and I don't think anyone's going to, but you got a chance right now. I'm typing slow. Boom. Oh, Gigi, honey. Gigi. Sweetheart, I forget. I try to move really slow, Gigi. I try. It was a 6.75, Gigi. I'm sorry. I try to move slow, honey. I'm sorry. Am I still going too fast for you, Gigi? It's sold to Barb. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gigi. I'm gonna do this. This is really fun. With this plastic stuff. So much. This is why I use organza bags. Plastic goes crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Thank you, Barb. Oh, okay. Well, let me ask Gigi. Did you want to bid on it, or were you just asking? Sometimes she's just asking. Yeah. Gigi. Paging Gigi. Gigi, did you want to buy it for $39? Honey, you have to answer. Barb is going to let you have it if you want it for $39. Okay, so she is. Yeah, and she does, and she is. Okay, so it won't fit Gigi. So it's sold to you, Barb. Thank you. Okay, so this is, oh my gosh, I just looked up who it was, and then I forgot already. That doesn't matter, but what does matter is this. Some people caught this and other people absolutely did not. So I'm over here trying to read this. Sorry, I have to read the clasp. It's there, but no matter what I do, I can't read it. So therefore, I'm going to sell it as if it's not. Oh, good Lord. Hold on. No, that's not what I want. Okay. There you go. This is what I want. This, one of the items I got. And what I was trying to read was the clasp, which I epically failed at. There is a really tiny writing right here. Really tiny. And I've seen these both just listed as gold tone and as a gold filled chain. And I think it's a gold filled chain. I didn't test it. I could. It is so cool. I've never seen one of these. It's from the 1960s. At first I thought, oh, is it Avon? It's got 2 sunflowers with pink rhinestones. Raised up like that. Look at the hinge work. So you know it's at least a 1960s. And if someone wants me to test it, I will. It is a God, I can't remember the maker. My apologies. I love that it runs onto the back. The hinges are done so well. I mean, it's still that really good quality. And look at the chain. And then it opens the usual way where you just put your thumbnail in. Sorry about my nails. I'm still growing them out. And this part is hollow, and you can see the daisies and the rhinestones. It's actually open metalwork. Look. See that? Isn't that cool? You could still put a small photo right there if you want. And this, you could put a photo in there. But I believe that this originally probably held like a wax perfume. You see how that's where it closes, but then it has this dip down in there. It's not usually what I associate with putting a photo in. So I believe it originally held wax perfume, although none of the ones online said that, but that's my feeling, having held a lot of these in my hand. and someone took the container out. Either that or it had powder. But these pink rhinestones on these daisies and that metal work, it's really good. It stands up nice and tall. And again, I am pretty sure this is a gold, like really low, 10 karat. I doubt gold filled, but I think that doesn't sound right, but like a 10 karat chain. But I didn't include that in the cost. This is a very unique, really cool little piece. Look it up online. I'm asking less than most people ask. I saw this listed up to $70, which, I mean, yeah. It's a little over 1 inch in diameter. Oh, yes. Thank you, Barb. And thank you, Barb. Barb, is this not one of the sweetest things you ever saw? I love this. I love this. And you could put photos. I don't know if there's a way to put a compact back in there. I don't even know if they still make these teeny tiny things anymore, but if they do, I'm going to say fair warning. Wouldn't that be fun to find the teeny tiny things or the wax perfume and somehow put it in there? And the fact that it's open weave also reminds me of like the sachets that ladies would wear in the Victorian times all the way through the Gilded Age and beyond because of smells, right? You wanted something that smelled really nice. Yep. So someone would have to come in at 29 or higher as the usual, or it's going to Barb. Barb gets all the great deals. You guys don't bid against Barb. Are you? What is it about Barb that I don't know? Should I be afraid? What is it about Barb that I don't know? Should I be very afraid? Does Barb threaten you all? She's like in the background somehow saying, don't you dare bid on those items. Barb, you're very intimidating. Yeah, my Lord. I'm only 5'3". I am not at all intimidating as far as I know, but I suppose, I mean, I could be mouthy, you know, like I could get mad and I could yell, but 5'3", I don't think anyone's going to be very scared of me, honestly. And I wouldn't want for someone to be scared of me. You know, I mean, that's not how I roll. Buy it now. I want people to feel that they could be my friend, feel that they could approach me, that, you know, they could ask me for help and I would help them. I don't want people to be afraid or intimidated by me. That I've known people and I know people who got that attitude, right? And you see them in the store and they're like, and I'm like, whoa, no. Calm down. So these are coral earrings. They remind me of those like stacking the stones when you go hiking. The coral is very polished and a little enhanced. It's really nice. You can see, I have to put them down one at a time. There you go. You see the white with the red spots in there. So most coral, no, that's not true. Some coral is white, some coral is purple, some coral, there's many colors. But when it dies under the ocean, it all turns white. And when you bring it up from underwater, it starts to lose its color. Not always, but over the years. This is my understanding, and I'm probably getting a lot of this wrong. So just, correct me as you need to. So they would often enhance with a little bit of color so that it doesn't just turn into like a boneyard white. I'm sure some of you have seen dead coral reefs from us poisoning the oceans, and they're just bone white. So most coral is slightly enhanced. These are worth, at $7, they're a little heavy. At $7, these are worth just the coral. Hey, Dana Grace, what's going on? Oh, my Lord, Dana. They're just a little over an inch long. They're a little heavy. So for me, with my older ears, they would pull my ears. Barb, yes. So I would want, the 20s, 30s, 40s, something to wear them, right? Because, yeah, they're going to pull. Yep. Dana, I was so incredibly amazed to be there in that moment with Miss Pamela. Wow. That was, wow. And if y'all know, you know. How are you, Dana Grace? Dana Grace, I joined the Pensioners Club yesterday. It was my birthday, 4/20, 65. 65 and still out of control. Still out of control. But I haven't, I have to apply for my Medicare, which I'm doing, but I have not applied for retirement yet. I'm not retired yet. How's the weather back there? My family and the Triangle all sent me happy birthday wishes yesterday. So this is amazing. This is definitely a Dee or a Juliana designed brooch. It's obvious. It's gold tone. It's got this incredible like aquamarine green color, a dark olive green, a grass green, and then a dark blue here and here. And then underneath, let's get this thing adjusted again. Underneath each flower is a peridot green rhinestone. And here at the bottom, it is really tall. It is incredible. I've had this quite a while, and it is prong set, and I paid up. The top flowers are open to the light. And I can tell you other resellers that I know who do all the semi-precious, etc. At this point, would be starting this, oh God, higher. I don't even know, 75. These things are just going up and up in value. And you see how it's stacked? It's simply delightful. The cut of the glass is like semi-precious stones. Now, I am saying that it's a Juliana DNA. I'm not an expert. I know just enough to be dangerous, and everything about this piece and the person I bought it from as well screams that that is what it is. So I am 90% positive. I am 90% positive. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. And it's huge. That's another reason for the price. It is 3 inches long by 1 3/4 inches wide. No, cat, you like my really old pink cat brooch? I don't know if you're still here, but I love this. Anyway, see how big it is? It's pretty dang incredible. And I've had this a while, and I don't bring it up that often because it costs a pretty penny. But take a screenshot and see what you come up with. Okay. Oh. Good night, Barb. I totally understand. I'm going to be done soon anyway. Have a good evening. Give your dog a pet for me. I have to, so this one will go back. I have to feed my dog and cat and myself. I cooked salmon, and I have coleslaw with carrots and plumped up raisins and a little bit of cantaloupe waiting for dinner. Melly, are you still here, Melly? Are you just quietly watching, feeling icky, honey? I do not know. Okay, how about 1, 2? I know I'm getting right down to where my timer is going to go up. 1, 2, 3. Trying to pick out a couple pieces. 1, 2, 3. Oh, these didn't sell. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a Beatles song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Name that tune. Can anyone name that tune? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, she was 1960s. Just 17. You know, you guys. If you don't know that song, I'll be disappointed in you. So I'm going to lower the starting bid on these Laurel Birch earrings. Just 17. You know what I mean. And the way she looked was way beyond compare. Anyone know who sang the song? You gotta know. You gotta know. I grew up, the first thing dancing, I learned how to twist to all that music in my living room. My parents played every single album. They bought every album and played every single album. My dad had cassette tape of every single album back in the day. Yep. He had the albums, and then for the car, cassettes. That's all he listened to. Laurel Birch. Birds of Paradise. Enameled. One head is bigger than the other. The head and the wing, I think it's like embracing a moon, maybe? I don't know. Laurel Birch earrings. These are probably from the 80s. They are no. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Gigi knows. So there are those. Starting bid, 17. Yeah, it was the Beatles. Shake it up, baby. So that's what a twist and shout. Gotta have some fun, y'all. I mean, come on. Buy it now, $8. This is MOP circles. Yeah, my father was a professor, and I have to say, he was pretty different from most of the professors in the 60s in the town where we lived. He wasn't like far out there, or he didn't do drugs, or he was a serious academic. But, the music he listened to wasn't opera or classical. We were over there playing the Beatles. Oh, Dana Grace, I did not know that. I thought you were talking about the birds. Thank you for telling me that. Yep, this is the Beatles. Well, she was just 17. You know what I mean. And the way she looked was way beyond compare. Look at these beautiful vintage earrings. Aren't these cool? These are super lightweight. Teeny tiny, very old. They're turning a little bit yellowish. Mother of pearl. Hand cut. Reminds me, they can't be. They have to be artisan. But see, even the circle, the hole to put the metal through, hand cut. If these were on any different type of setting, I would think Native American. really nice. Just silver tone. Very long, very lightweight. 2 pieces. This piece, let me see something. Yep. There you go. There's a little bit of brown, and I was worried if it was discoloration or something weird. It's just a little dirt. So, winger. I will have to look up winger. And these are about 2 inches long. Not shoulder dusters, but close to it, and they weigh nothing. They weigh nothing. Silver tone. A lot of movement. Really fun, front or back. Perfect summer earrings, y'all, with a little light top or a little sundress. Adult or teen. $8. $8. Okay, going once, going twice. This is the first time I've ever shown them. So they will come back to show next week as a not sold item. Okay. 2 more items. And then I'm good. Oh boy. Buy it now. Winger. How is it that I never heard of that group? I don't know. One should know. One should know, especially me when my whole life was music. Oh, this is, good Lord, already screwing up, of course. This is an Anne Klein. There goes my timer. It's an Anne Klein. It is a toggle. It's a little bit more modern of an Anne Klein, but it's a really great design. It's just gold tone. It's a bracelet. I really like it. It's lightweight. It's really cool. Fact of the matter is, I could wear this. I could give this to my daughter. That's really cool. So it fits me. I'm a 7.25, but it fits me tight. So therefore, I would say you could wear it like right here at a 7.25, but you could drop it down to a size 7. Toggle closure. And Anne Klein, okay. Love you, Melly. Continue getting better, sweetheart. Let me know if you need anything. So Anne Klein is always collectible. I bet you by golly, if I look this up, it's going to go for like $30, something crazy. Which I never sell things at their top price. But, or at least I should not say never, but extremely rarely. Like, I think I've sold something at like its top listed price in 2.5 years. 2 or 3 times, maybe. And that was probably more in household wares. Yeah. So, okay, this is, do I want to, I always like to close with a sale, but I don't think I'm going to tonight. I don't think I'm going to close with a sale. What about this? Does anybody need one of these? It's from, let's do this. You know what? Ooh, I should definitely finish typing that or it's going to sound very weird. And I didn't spell right. Mm-hmm. This is my last item of the night. $1. Everyone needs to be rocking one of these brooches, right? It's a pink enameled breast cancer awareness. It's got inset little pink rhinestones with this high-heeled shoe. And it's got a little, what the heck is that? Little pink top with another little pink rhinestone in there. And it's from Payless in 2005. I kid you not. $2005, and then it says Payless. Yeah. It's just if you or anyone you know has ever been affected by breast cancer, it's $1. Isn't April? Is it April that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or was that last month? I don't remember. Anyways, it's $1. Nobody wants to close me out with a sale for $1. It's just a little thing I picked up, thinking I might make a sale. No? Okay. I'm good with that. This is going down. This will probably wind up in a bag of mixed whatnot. I do have so much stuff that I did not get to. So much stuff. So, and that's okay because I have so much stuff. So Thursday, I will be bringing this gorgeous old sterling lapis ring. Look at the mounting. And many, many other items. I will bring my amber sterling silver turtle back with the marcasites and other things. Tuesdays are my what didn't sell and lower end costume with a few higher end things thrown in. That's what Tuesdays are. Thursdays are my affordable with medium, and Friday is my higher with a chat. Okay, so I appreciate everyone that showed up tonight. Thank you. I'm exhausted from yesterday, and the rain and thunderstorms are making me kind of drag. So I'm going to go, and I hope everyone has a fabulous evening. Take good care of yourself, please, everyone, and heal. Gigi, I'll fix your invoice now. Everyone, just take care of yourself. And wasn't it Barb who fell? Yeah. And please take care of yourself. Be good to each other. And be good to yourself. Good night.